Hey y'all, I'm Kendahl, and this is Kendahl's Kitchen. Today we're making a seafood medley, and our ingredients are bell peppers, garlic, asparagus, onion, mushrooms, rosemary, cilantro, salmon, and shrimp. So let's get started. I like to use wild salmon. It has less of a fat content than farm raised. And for this dish, I like to chop my garlic rather than mince it. Now we're gonna chop about a half cup of cilantro. It has great flavor, and we're gonna mix that with the garlic and the onion. Now let's add 2 white pearl onions, and we're gonna dice it, but it doesn't have to be as fine as the garlic. Rosemary is an herb that will really liven up the dish. I like to chop the rosemary. It releases a little bit more of the flavor, and you just really wanna get it in there and cover the salmon. Now I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of orange juice on top just for the marinade. It really adds a nice citrus kick. Now we're gonna let it marinate in the refrigerator overnight. Now that we've marinated the fish overnight, we're gonna add a little bit of black pepper, some Himalayan pink salt, and some Tony Chachere's just for a little bit of a kick. I cook my salmon at about 350 degrees, and being that it's about a half pound of salmon, I'm gonna cook it for about 18 minutes. Now while that salmon's baking, we're gonna get together the second part of this dish. Now let's put a tablespoon of butter in our pan. We're gonna add some garlic, stir it around a little bit, stir in the white onion. Now we're gonna add in some mixed bell peppers. We have red, no we don't have red. We have orange, we have green, and we have yellow mixed bell peppers. We're gonna add some portobello mushrooms, the mini baby portobellos. Add in the asparagus. Now we're going to go ahead and boil some water for our noodles, for our pasta, setting the temperature to high and adding a little bit of olive oil so the noodles don't stick. The onions are beginning to caramelize a little bit, and so we're going to go ahead and add a half a can of the roasted tomatoes. Stir it evenly before we let it simmer. Now that the noodles are ready, it's time to break apart the salmon. You don't have to break it up too small. The bigger chunks are all right. Let's stir it gently, give it a few minutes, and we can add in our shrimp. Now that it's cooked and the shrimp are cooked all the way through, we're gonna top the noodles with our seafood medley, and dinner is served. See you next week. In the meantime, check out my website, kendallskitchen.com, for more recipes.